In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Alif Lam Ra. These are the proofs of this book of wisdom. Is it too much of a wonder for the people that we inspired a man like them? You should warn the people and give good news to those who believe that they have attained a position of prominence at their Lord. The disbelievers said, "This is a clever magician." Your only Lord is God, the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and then assumed all authority. He controls all the matters. There is no intercessor except in accordance with his will. Such is God is your Lord. You shall worship him. Will you not take heed? To him is your ultimate return, all of you. This is God's truthful promise. He initiates the creation, then repeats it in order to reward those who believe and lead a righteous life equitably. As for those who disbelieve, they incur hellish dreams and a painful retribution for their disbelieving. He is the one who rendered the sun radiant and the moon a light. So it's important that the sun is radiant and the moon a light. And he designed its paces that you may learn to count the years and to calculate. God didn't create all these except for a specific purpose. He explains the revelations for people who know. So we know that Quran, the time is relative in the Quran. At that time there is no such thing mentioned. And we also know it's interesting. This approach is consistent with other time-related approach mentioned in the Quran. And the other approach says that the time is relative, and in the God's in the other God's stage or God's where the other things reside, the time is different. So considering this, in the world, God should create a different time, and people should be able to calculate different time and realize the history and change to be part of the test, to be in the test. And we know that the world is we actually live very less, like 100 years, maybe maximum of 100 years per people, and we really have limited time. It's very suitable to be a test. And God, and another thing is that God is not waiting us there in somewhere, and God doesn't have to live in this time, and the perception of time can have something to do with also understanding and cognitive skills. This is also very important. So that's why this is very consistent as it is. And if so we should know that time is changing, time is passing that way, and it indicates the smart design. Surely in the alternation of night and day and what God created in the heavens and the earth, these are proofs for people who are righteous. Those who are not expecting to meet us and preoccupied with this worldly life and are content with it and refuse to heed our proofs. These have incurred hell as their ultimate abode as a consequence of their own works. And people are so hedonist, and they cannot control themselves. They cannot control their desire. They cannot control their ego like a disease, eating their heart. As for those who believe and led a righteous life, their Lord guides them by virtue of their belief. Rivers will flow beneath them in the gardens of bliss. Their prayer therein is, "Be you glorified, our Lord." Their greeting therein is peace, and their ultimate prayer is, "Praise be to God, Lord of the universe." So I'm mentioning other interestingly, like changing topic to heaven and the glorifying here God as we see. Praise be God, Lord of the universe. So, and then after mentioning the time, if God hastened the retribution incurred by the people the way they demand provisions, they would have been annihilated long ago. However, we leave those who do not believe in meeting us in their transgressions plundering. When adversity touches the human being, he implores us while lying down or sitting or standing up. But as soon as we relieve his adversity, he goes on as if he never implored us to relieve any hardship. So it's like so there are a lot of things about the time. The time passing is used to create a harmony in this surah we see, and the time is changing, and it's like a different method of and the time is changing so fast, so I mean, so for example here we see that talking about this is the present tense, and this is like a future, and talking about heaven, and talking about uh, previously disbelievers, and they're talking and they're impatient about things. So, or we can say the patience and the waiting is mentioned repeatedly somehow. Many a generation we annihilated before you when they transgressed. Their messengers went to them with clear proofs, but they refused to believe. We thus required the guilty people. Then we made you inheritors of the earth after them to see how will you do. When our revelations are recited to them, those who do not expect to meet us say, bring a Quran other than this, or change it. Say, I cannot possibly change it on my own. I simply follow what is revealed to me. I fear if I disobey my Lord the retribution of an awesome day. Still referring to awesome, and also referring to awesome day and resurrection. And say, had God will, I wouldn't have recited to you, nor would you have known anything about it. I have lived among you a whole life before this. Do you not understand? Who is more evil than those who fabricate lies about God, or rejects his revelations? Certainly the transgressors never succeed. They worship beside God idols that possess no power or harm them or benefit them, and they say, these are our intercessors at God. Say, are you informing God of something he doesn't know in the heavens or earth? Be ye glorified. He is the Most High, far above needing any partners. So, and that is all I want to say in this video, and thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you in the next video.